everybody. Welcome to Gotta Be Handmade Live. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. I have an amazing artist joining me. I'm a fan of hers, and she has some new exciting things added to her business. I just had to invite her back again. Her name is Stephanie Dean. She's the owner of the Decatur, Georgia based company, Step Stitches, and she's the creator of Cinnamon Annie dolls. And she's the creator of Cinnamon Andy dolls. And she's an author.
Yes.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, how are you? I'm glad to be here.
I'm so glad you're joining me. How are you?
I'm great. It's raining cats and dogs here, but I'm glad to be inside and dry and talking to you.
There you go. Send some my way. My roses needs it.
So you can have some of this. It's been raining 2 days straight, and we've had tornadoes come through Atlanta, Georgia. So yeah, we're about over it.
Oh, yeah, I know. I understand. I'm so excited to talk with you, Stephanie. You have created some of the most fabulous dolls, and I know that it is made, but I'm telling you already, my sister loved hers that I got from you. I want the, you have the Andy and you have the Ann Christmas tree ornaments.
Right? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, I'm putting my order in now. So
Okay.
start your Christmas ornament list with me. I want a set. I want the
Okay.
Andy and I want the Ann. So I'm
Okay.
on the list already for
Yes, you
December.
are. Yes, you
Okay.
are. And I'm going to start early this year. That's my plan anyway.
Okay, there you go. Everybody, she creates the most fabulous Cinnamon Andy and Cinnamon Ann dolls. They are amazing. And we're going to talk about those in just a bit. But what she has added to her business is she has become an author and has the Cinnamon Annie book. Tell us about the book, Stephanie.
Okay. Well, here's the book. The book is
Yes.
called My Best Dog Friend. And I published it, I guess, about a month ago. At right now, well, a little over a month ago. Um, I wanted to create a companion book to go along, of course, with the dolls. And so I wrote the book and it's a long story. I wrote the book and since it was a children's book, I needed illustrators, right? So I found an illustrator, wonderful illustrator, Avia Shelts
Yes.
Brown, who is actually from the UK, from the
Okay.
England. Yeah,
Okay.
and she illustrated it for me. But I wanted to say that I actually won a business grant from an organization called Buy from a Black Woman. I actually won two grants. So the first one was from a nonprofit called Buy from a Black Woman, and I won the grants to use to illustrate, to pay for the illustrations.
Yes.
So that was really good. And so
Yes.
then I was fortunate enough to win a second grant from an organization called Women's Net to continue to help pay for the publishing and for some upcoming books and other things.
Oh,
An
wonderful.
upcoming book. My goal is to Avia right now is creating a coloring book to be a companion to this book. So we'll have
Yes.
the yeah we'll have the children's picture book, and we'll have the coloring book also, probably out. I'm aiming toward in June, probably toward the end of the month, maybe July, but it's coming real soon.
Put me down for one coloring book
Okay.
for my
Yeah.
sister, for my sister for
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay. Will
Yes,
do.
she's a senior citizen. She colors and she
Okay.
complains all the time about the coloring books. And she'll be so surprised. I am so excited for you and your company. This is
Right.
amazing.
So it's a gorgeous picture book. She did a fabulous job.
Yes,
Right. It's basically the activities and the adventures of a little girl playing with her doll, different ways that they play together, and all the different things that she does with the doll. So it's very bright. It's kind of like my imagination when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I was the world's biggest doll lover. And so I was a favorite. I've been a doll lover all my life.
yes,
This is like a full circle coming back to where I was. And so, it's kind of what the kind of book that I would have wanted,
yes,
that I would have fallen in love with when I was a
yes.
child. That was that little doll lover. So and
That's
all. So
amazing.
that is that, and it's available on Amazon, and I can get you the link, and also on Etsy. You can get it through my Etsy shop, and with the doll. So I
That's
have
right.
the doll and the book sets together
Yes.
here, and she comes with you can get the
Oh,
doll and
she's
the book set
adorable.
together.
I love her. Yes. Oh, your book is illustrated beautifully. It is
Yes. And then
illustrated beautifully.
when you write a picture book, when you write a children's book, because it's aimed toward, I would say I aimed it toward ages about the wording, ages about 3 to 7. The
Okay.
preschool, the very early elementary age, the ones who really start to get into picture books and following
Okay.
stories. So it's crucial to have really good pictures because that's how they understand the story. They
That's
they,
right.
they understand the pictures first and then the words follow the story, follow the
Now,
pictures.
now, Stephanie, what is the price of the book by itself, and what's the price of the book with the doll?
Okay, the book is 8.99. 8.99.
Okay.
Of course, now if you buy it on Amazon, you have Prime, then it's 8.99 free shipping. If you buy it on Etsy, unfortunately I'm not Amazon, so
That's right.
the shipping is $3. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
so you can buy the doll. You can purchase any doll. You can purchase any doll with the book. But I do have the little sets. I do have sets. So if you buy the doll and the book sets, it's like a $3 discount.
Okay.
And that's through my Etsy shop. On
Okay.
Amazon, I only have the book. Okay. If
Okay.
you want the book and the doll, it's through my Etsy shop.
Okay, and don't worry, everybody. I'll place that Etsy link in the feed immediately following the broadcast. And for those of you that are watching us live on YouTube, I will also place the link in the description. So you can click on the link and go right to Stephanie's Etsy shop. And as soon as she sends me the link to the Amazon, I'll place that link in both places as well. Now, Stephanie, give me an idea of the process of locating an illustrator.
Okay. Woo wee. All right. Let me say first, um, that's the toughest part. What I kind of you can well there are a couple of things you can do. You can go. What I did was wound up getting a recommendation from an illustrator. I'm in this Facebook group for authors, and
Okay,
so there was some recommendations. But if you don't have recommendations, I would suggest start going to some of the sites where they're freelance artists. I would suggest the site that I work through that my illustrator was on is a site called Upwork.
okay,
Upwork.com. And
Okay.
you'll go in there, you'll set you'll write up a post about what you're looking for, what your book may be about, how long it's going to be, um, what your budget is. You set your budget, what your budget is,
Oh,
and then
okay.
yeah, and then you will post that. And my biggest suggestion, and this is something I learned from the lady who runs the Facebook group, is
Okay.
to when you get some responses, or even if you don't get responses, but you see somebody else someplace else that you like, rather than just, oh, I like you, and writing and go ahead and contracting that person, do a test illustration.
Okay.
Just set up one illustration, see how that person does that one illustration, and pay
Okay.
them a paid test, because you want them to do their best work. Pay
That's
them.
right.
That's typically going to run you, depending on your illustrator, you could be $30, $40 maybe, but that's
Okay.
going to tell you how this person works, you know, do they complete the job, or y'all seeing eye to eye on the illustration. So I would suggest that, because you can get excited and decide to go ahead and use somebody, not realizing that you invested more money and it's not working out. So do that
That
test illustration of one. And the main thing, like if you're doing a children's book, I would suggest have them do the test illustration of your main character, because most children's books have a main character. So
I got
describe that main character to them, give them some maybe photographs. I went through Pinterest. And I found photographs of a child that was similar what I kind of had in mind, of what the main character would be like. Give them some something to build on, some reference photographs maybe, or other illustrations that kind of give them, not for them to copy, but for them to use kind of to get a
I see.
feel,
I
because
see.
it's kind of hard to describe in words sometimes, particularly to a visual person. So if you give them the
Yes.
words, give them photos and illustrations that give the feel of what you're talking about. I think you'll get a much better outcome.
I asked that because your illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. I
Yeah,
love them. They
I
are
do too.
beautiful, spot on.
I do too.
I mean, gorgeous.
And
I
that's what
love them.
she did. We first set up. The first thing she did was we got the main character down first, and then
Okay.
after that, it just kind of went from there. And I would send her. She would do like say 3 or 4. She did. We set up, and it's easy to do on this site Upwork. It's made for this. We set up
Okay.
milestones. So at
Hmm.
like the first, I think we did like four illustrations at a time, something like that. She would do 4 illustrations. She would do the sketch first. I would suggest that. She would just do line drawings first,
Okay.
send those to me. I would say yay, nay. Most of the time they were so good I just went with them. But work out it in the line, and then I would say yes, this looks good, change this, whatever. And then
Hmm.
I would approve those. Then she would go back and add the color and all this kind of stuff and approve that. So it's best to do it like that, where you're doing these milestones. So you don't want to get too far along the line and start and so that way we're in constant communication. And I
Yes.
you can see early on whether
Yes.
relationship is going to work or not. And
Okay.
I like Upwork because you set all the financials up with them. And
Oh, good.
when you approve, say we approve the first set of then I'll pay her through Upwork, and the contract and everything is set up through Upwork. So it kind of
Okay.
keeps, everything above board. That's what
Yes.
I would suggest.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. You did a great job, and I thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, look,
Yeah.
you have the the book. You have the book with the dog, and you mentioned tonight that you're coming out with a coloring book.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Now
At
tell us
least,
just a little about the coloring book.
well, the coloring book will basically be start with this book. And we're going to take
Okay.
these she's taking these illustrations and basically simplifying them down and making them so that a child could color. So we're starting
Okay.
with there. I think there were 14 illustrations, 14, 15 in here. And then we have some other illustrations that are coloring. So the coloring book will be based on this book. So a child could it'll be the pretty much a child could kind of color the book themselves, plus other illustrations to make a full coloring book. Sort of it'll
Yes.
have about 30 illustrations altogether, plus
Okay.
some simple activity sheets and things like that. Like fill in the blank, or what do they call them? Word searches. Just a few of those kind of simple
So
kind of
it's
things
gonna be
too.
an activity coloring book.
It's gonna have right. It's gonna have a few activities, mostly coloring sheets, but it'll have like a few little, just pretty simple because this is for early preschool, early elementary. So we'll
And
have
for my
probably
sister,
yes, yeah. So she'll love it. She'll love it. She'll love
yes,
it.
she
So that is
will.
the first thing. And so hopefully once we get that, I think that'll be it probably for this year. I'm looking at next year adding on a couple of more books.
That's right.
I really want to do a book. This book was about the girl and the doll. I really want to do a book where the dolls are the characters. The dolls come alive. You know how
Oh,
dolls do.
Stephanie.
and they
Yes.
and they do have an adventure or something like that.
I can't wait. I
Me
can't
either.
wait.
But I
I'm
think I'm
telling you,
gonna do that when it come out in 2022.
I can't wait, and I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Thank you.
Keep up
I'm
the
looking
wonderful
forward.
work. Keep on going. We need your
Yeah.
products, Stephanie. We really do. Parents
Thank you.
need them. Grandparents need them. Schools need them. Sunday schools in the churches need them. We need your products. The community that have decided to go RVing, they need them. So keep up the wonderful work. I
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate you joining me.
So thank you for the invitation. I always enjoy spending time with you. I always enjoy reading your blogs and your posts on Instagram. So it's a pleasure. It's my pleasure.
And somebody is saying, don't forget the kids need them.
The kids need me. Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
did have to.
now Stephanie is also, wait a minute before we end. Stephanie is also on um, what Instagram.
I'm on Instagram
Stephanie's
and
on
Facebook.
Instagram. She's on Facebook and she has an Etsy shop. I will be posting those links immediately following the broadcast. Now, everybody, if you're excited to go right now, Stephanie's company is Step Stitches.
Step Stitches.
STEP. Step,
Right.
excuse me, Stitches.
Yeah. STEPSTITCHES.com. If you just go to the .com, then that'll take you to you can go to stepstitches.com. That will actually take you to all those different places. You'll find out lots of information about the dogs, about me, and about what's going on. And it'll take you to Etsy and Amazon and Facebook and
Thank you,
Instagram if
Steph.
you want to go there too.
That's right. We need to follow you.
Yes. You can go right there. You can start at stepstitches.com and then join I do have a mailing list. So when you go to stepstitches.com, you can join the mailing list so that way you'll find out. It's particularly when the ornaments, my goal is to get the ornaments out in September, but it's to start in September so you can if you join the newsletter at stepstitches.com, then you'll find out when the coloring book comes out and when the ornaments come out and anything else that's, going to be happening.
Okay. I'll make certain that I get on that list.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Yes.
Hmm.
Stephanie, Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
And I'm a fan and I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you and I want you to keep on going.
Thank you. Pray for me and I'll pray for
Now,
you for real.
now, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Please visit all of the links to Stephanie. Get on that mailing list and support her business. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Because for the best is just gotta be handmade. Bye bye.
Bye.